Okay, welcome. Let's look at some post analysis before we forge ahead. For yesterday, not just yesterday, I would advise you watch the forecast from Monday, 8th of this month, 8th of August, so that you understand why I took this sell and what I was trying to see. Okay, what I was anticipating. I took the sell here, got activated. The price didn't really do anything that day. It didn't really do anything the following day. In fact, this is why I don't tamper with my trace when it's performing or when it has been filled or activated. It's because I've learned from experience that two things matter. Either it hits my stop loss or it hits my take profit. That is one. The second thing is me trusting my analysis. Okay, speaking of trusting my analysis, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button down here so that you show your trust. You understand? If you actually trust my analysis, because I do completely. Forget the smirk, I really do. Okay. With that being said, price was just hovering here. So yesterday, what I was looking at is there could be potential buys going up to retest this high. Okay, buys that will retest this high, which is exactly what I indicated here. That this buy would go up to retest this. But I didn't want to take any buys because my overall bias was bearish and price was sitting at the supply or resistance zone. So it was just going to be against my sentiment to take any buys, no matter how beautiful it appears. Okay, what happened afterwards? Then there was the fundamental. The news influenced price in a way that was favorable to our sentiment or favorable to us because my first position that I've been holding for 2+ days eventually got filled. Then if you check, watch the forecast for yesterday. Even for Dave, just start this week and watch for Monday, yesterday, Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, and the one for today. You will notice that gave a reason why I entered another position here, and both of them filled to the tip before price reversed. And why did price reverse is because of this level here. It's because of this level 162.277. This level is coming from a very high time frame, which let's see if I have time to show you that. With that being said, let's look at the live chart. Okay. On the live chart, what I'm anticipating today is very simple. Okay, at least the structure is clear for anyone to see. The structure is very clear. And what is the structure telling us? That we are in seller's territory, unlike before that we were combating. You see what happened here? I just want to talk a little about this. You see what happened here? This is a very complex market structure. This is a complex market structure. Most people would lose a large chunk of their money trying to catch buys and sells here. But as you can see, we only entered one position, stuck to our buyers, held on to it, and let price perform. Okay, what do I mean? Why people would lose a lot of their capital here? Let me just give a little breakdown. This is what I mean. We had this bullish swing. Price gave us what the elite community will refer to as set one. And most times, once price does like this, goes up, gives us set one, most times it may be lopsided in the sense that it took out this high, but instead of it to respect it and continue higher, what did it do? Oh, instead of respect it and continue higher, what did it do? Let me start afresh. Okay, instead of respecting and continue higher, it came down. So this is our set one. which is this one, it now gave a better price set 2. Now there's one thing that is common with set 1, set 2, is that areas of potential TP would be here, the high made by the overall bias, this guy here that started here, or the high made by set 1. So price would either retest this high or retest this high. If it wants to continue bullish, then it has to break this high. Look at it. This is exactly what happened. Price retested this high. What happened? But there was failure to continue bearish. It went high again to retest this high. However, there was failure again to continue bullish. Why? Because price was already signaling weakness. From this, which day was this? From the 5th of August, that should be Friday, price was just dilly-dallying. I entered this trade on the 8th of August, which was on Monday. That means you have to watch from 8th of August to understand why to this trade. Price was dilly-dallying in the sense that there was clear weakness from the buyers. Okay, let me clean this. There was clear weakness from the buyers here, and equally clear weakness from the sellers, but not as weak as the buyers. Then buys came again, showed weakness. However, almost the same strength as the sellers. Now we're trying to gauge momentum. What do I mean? Count this. It came down, first swing down, second swing down. It came up, first swing up, second swing up. So it was equal momentum, but not as strong as impulsive moves like this down and up. And it's a common understanding anyway, whenever the trend that is going up is weak, equally the trend that is coming up has to either be stronger or same or weaker. So it's kind of, you have to know different scenarios. Okay, without much ado, what I was now anticipating was if price for yesterday was not like, okay, something is about to happen. One of the things that could happen, if we check the forecast for yesterday, I was like, okay, we are holding in this zone. I anticipate a buy to retest this high, which is exactly what happened here. We had buys that retested this high. Okay, if you like, I can do it with this so that you understand. Buys that retested this high. Okay, and once it tapped the high, what happened? There was a smackdown. Activated my second position. This first one was already open and has accrued some values in negative values because of what? Swap, holding it overnight. So I didn't enter this because I wanted to balance this trade. No. I could have even entered another position somewhere here or here since I was sure that my trade was going to turn bearish. But I don't want to be overzealous. If it goes against me, which there is a possibility that price could go against you, let it take me my one arrow, just 1% of my position. But if it's going to turn in my favor, then I want to be on the right side, okay? Which means let it be that every criteria that should imply that it should turn against me should be in my favor. So this is what I was looking at. It's quite more complex than this, but since I want to focus on the forecast, let's go straight to the point. If you want deep explanation, you just let me know. Okay, so for today, what I'm looking at is very straightforward, very straightforward for today. Um, Price is respecting this level here. Okay, so there are three scenarios I'm looking out for. Price should continue bearish like this. This I'll call scenario 1A. Okay, then I'll look for sales. Price should come give us some deeper retracement. Okay, something of this nature. Then drop to retest this low, which I would even like a deeper retracement. I would prefer a deeper retracement. Why? Because this level, this low here, see price respected it once, respected it twice, and at each interval, price is making a new high. I'll call this scenario 1B. On the other hand, I could take a counter trend buys, which is buys that could be somewhere around here with stop loss. This will be stop loss, this will be the entry for price to go up, just like we did some days back. I think I will just show you when we did something like that. Took a counter trend buys, then followed with the sells. Then this will be a counter trend buy. This will, I'll call scenario 1C. I know we've not been to C before. This will be taking the buys. I call it equals, okay, let's see, stands for counter trend. Take the buys, then join the sells when it's mature. Sweet buys would occur above here. So this is as simple as this, what I'm looking out for. This I'll call scenario 2. So this is what I'm looking out for on British pound, Japanese yen. Now, when I said the trade we took sometime like this, that we joined the buys, then later eventually took the sells, is this place. Look at it. Thank God the it's still there for us to see. Yeah, look at it. I was anticipating sells, but since the sell was not ripe or mature yet, I took buys, took my 1 hour, okay? Then sales came, got activated, and joined the ride going down. This was one of the sweetest rides, okay? Because price just kept making new lows and new lows. So just beautiful, before it eventually turned bullish. But even at that, we were still catching the falling knife. So this is what I was looking out for on British pound, Japanese yen. I believe we have done some in-depth explanation. There is more, like seriously more to talk about, but because I don't want this to be lengthy, because the attention span would wither as the video goes for a longer time. I just want to keep this short and sweet. The next on my watch list is gold. Gold is another interesting pair, very interesting. As you can see, gold is beginning to give us some sweet price action. Okay, for gold, right now we are sitting in a demand zone on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we're in buyer's territory. On the 4 hours, we're in seller's territory. On the 1 hour, we're in seller's territory. But the negative side of taking sales right now is that sales will be going into the demand zone of the daily. Okay, so anything could happen. You see, right now price is just hovering around here. So what I would want to see is possibly a deeper retracement, okay, to retest this low. This I'll call scenario 1B. Or if we get a bearish breach like this, come for retracement, then I will take this. This will be my scenario 1A. If we get a bearish breach, come for retracement, or bullish breach to go higher, this will be my scenario 2. Okay, however, sweetest buys will occur above this zone, above these zones. So somewhat of this nature will be sweet for my scenario 2. Okay, for buys, this is what I'm looking out for sales. Okay, so the last but not the least on my watch list for today is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has started performing just like I was anticipating. Okay, I'm looking for buys above, stop loss below the structure, which it has already started performing. This is the trade we took yesterday. Okay, this So this, I took some position. My stop loss was this trade. I put my stop loss to break even once we got my 1 hour, which is what I normally do. Or if I don't want to change it to break even, anyway, let's leave that one. That will be a long explanation. So this is what is performing right now. Bitcoin has already started performing beautifully. So without much ado, let's see what we got for today. On Bitcoin, we're expecting price to keep pumping. It has already shown us its hand, so we have to play along with what it has shown us. So this is it. I'm looking for buys. Okay, the last but not the least is don't forget, new here, don't forget to hit that subscription button. It's somewhere down here. Subscribe, hit that notification button, which is like in the shape of a bell. Comment, and the last but not the least is like. Do this so that you stay on top of your game. Okay, let's learn, let's in. Baraka Bashad, peace.